Hey guys, Josh here, and today I thought we'd take a look at another Autobot Pretender. This is Sky High from Series 2. Now, this guy being a North American exclusive only, he did not appear in the Super Guy Master Force series in Japan, nor does he have a Japanese name. Now, one of the things that I wanted to point out is over the years I've seen a Revenge of the Fallen mold, also a Generations mold, with the color scheme and name Sky High, and I just wanted to point out that this is the original Sky High, or at least the robot that's in his outer shell. Now, another thing that I wanted to point out here is him being from Series 2 and him Series 1. You can see that there's quite a bit of difference here, and it's really easy to point them out even if you didn't know better. The helmets, for one, a lot of the Series 1 helmets, they're all pretty much the same. They're just kind of like a little hat or a cap that fits on. To where on this guy, you can see that it's a little bit more gaudy. It's got a little spike here at the end. Another thing that I wanted to point out, that the chest, where most of these guys are a little bit more smooth and a little bit more streamlined. The figures like Sky High here, or figures from Series 2, they kind of pop out here. And if you look closely, you can kind of see an animal, mouth or face there. These are the eyes. This is kind of like a little hawk head. To where, this is his little beak, and this is the centerpiece of his beak. This is an open mouth, and then the waist section or belt section there, it's kind of like the bottom lip, or maybe it's kind of like a tiger or something. I'm not really sure. But that's something that I just kind of wanted to point out. There's other figures that are in Series 2, especially for the Autobots, that there's one that looks more like a tiger, so maybe this one's kind of like a hawk. But I just thought that was something kind of cool to point out, and I like the way that they made the shell a little bit more exciting than they did with Series 1 here. Looking on to the side, and I just want to point out the back here. Again, Hasbro Takara, they gave us totally different new backs. None of them are exactly the same, so they really didn't cut any corners kind of like they do today. I know it's going to be hard to show up just because it's red, but if you can kind of see, the detail in there. Now let me grab a Decepticon from Series 1, and here we have Skullgrin. Just wanted to use a different Decepticon, even though they're not rivals, just so you can kind of see them side by side here. But again, why the Decepticons are so much cooler. I mean, that just looks awesome. One of the things that I wanted to point out also as well, with the Decepticons, this is a very unique belt for him, because all the rest of them have it here where it just clips to the front. You don't have to worry about separating. With this guy, you take this out. So basically his propeller turns into like some kind of like weird axe, and he can like melee people with it. You also have the gun here that has another peg that you can use whenever he's in his helicopter mode or whenever he's in robot mode. His helmet is another accessory that you will need to complete him, so looks kind of cool. I like it. It's a little bit different. As you can see, that he's got the red hair instead of blonde or brown that we saw later on this week, or this week. And lift his arms up. You can see this is what I was talking about earlier with the belt section. He's the one that I have that is a little, it's broken there, so it's a little bit of a shame, but it still fits on there fine. And we'll just take that off so that we can get to our robot here. If I can grab him. There we go. And I'll just put this guy back together real quick, just because I don't like to lose them. You definitely don't want to lose these belts. They're quite expensive, so that's why I haven't got around to buying another one. Oh, but there he is. We'll set him to the side. And we'll go ahead and transform this guy. Let me adjust the camera for you a little bit there. And you'll just flip these arms forward and push these feet forward. And that's pretty much it for him in robot mode. It doesn't really have any knee articulation here. It doesn't bend out because it just kind of all comes back whenever he transforms. But as far as head sculpt goes, it's not too bad. It's kind of generic as far as Transformers go, because I think we've seen at least this face before. The visor and then the nose and the mouth. So it's something that it's a little bit more common. But still a nice looking little figure. You can see quite a few details here. A few stickers. Now, as far as helicopter blade, it will fit just kind of on the back there, so it kind of looks like he's got some type of melee weapon, and you can put his gun in either arm there, and just got to get him balanced. There we go. And I will go ahead and grab Skullgrin from Decepticon from Series 1. You kind of saw his beast mode earlier, so you can kind of see the general height of them. See that they're pretty much the same, but this guy's a little bit taller. Now, I don't know if that's the case with all of Series 2, but at least it is with this one. And I do want to go ahead and get into the transformation, and then I'll show you one more comparison. Just take his gun off, set it to the side. Helicopter blade, excuse me, takes off. These arms, they go this way, and you can't bend them in. So as you can see, this little panel right here, so you can only bend them this way. Go ahead and extend these feet, and they just fold up under here. So nothing too complicated. And if you didn't have the propellant, I mean, you could see that being a tank. So it's pretty much the the thing with these Pretenders. Now you can do this one of two ways. This is the incorrect way, but it kind of gives them a little bit of firepower, and you just want to be careful that you don't push it down all the way, because you don't want to break that little peg there for the robot hand. And then you could put this on here, so he's got like a little bit of firepower, but looks a little bit silly here in the back. So the way that you're actually supposed to do it is plug it in this way, and as you can see, you got the little wings here on the side. Just gun kind of covers up all that in the back, and there you go. There's your little helicopter. It's not too bad. You could even take this off just so I can show you different ways, and that actually looks a little bit better in my opinion, just because it's not so high up in the air. But as far as comparison, I'm going to use Blood or Bomb Burst here, so you can get a idea of the size there. So pretty similar there, and just give you guys a little 360 of them. Just because I'm not really sure, I didn't see a review on this guy yet, so I figured I'd go ahead and post them up for you. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you'd like to see in the near future, and I'll get around to it as soon as I can. Talk to you later.